Hello everyone and welcome to another Advanced Wars by Web gameplay commentary. Today we're going to be commentating on a match between me and Poland. This was a live league game and I've faced Poland quite a few times on this map. Sorry, not on this map. I've faced him quite a few times on live league. And every time I see his name I'm like, oh, I just wanted a chill match and now I've got to sweat. So we're going to jump right into it, and you can see the capture phase is similar on both sides. Poland goes for these two properties down on the bottom right, and I decide to go up here with my infantry, and instead of capturing this property I decide to go down. Now, was this a mistake? Well, it does mean I get this property here if you can see my cursor. So Poland's sending his infantry down there while I'm capturing this one. So yeah, we have a different formation. Over here, these two sides are very similar. So I send my infantry out ready to capture this city or this one. Poland does the same. Okay, builds a tank on his strong side. Go for the cap. So this middle bit is similar to what Poland was doing, but the difference is I got this building whereas he hasn't got that yet. Okay, we see another difference here. He goes for this capture next to the HQ, whereas I haven't gone for that one yet. Now with Jake, I've picked Jake on this. He's really good with artillery, so I was looking at this one base on Poland's weak side, and I was thinking, if I can get an artillery here, I can just base lock him. So you are going to see some artillery shenanigans later on. And I've got to say, this match is, from what I remember, this was very close, and I was kicking myself with how close this match was. It's been quite a few months since we played this actually, so I'm kind of watching this with fresh eyes. So I built a tank on my weak side to defend that base, because if I didn't build a tank he's going to just overrun me here. And I built a tank on my strong side. Poland manages to capture this building, and he's going for the comm tower. So do I interrupt the comm tower? Let's have a look. I believe I do. Yeah, I go for the interrupt. He hasn't really got another infantry to back this one up, so he can attack back with the 6 HP, but it's not going to really do much. So in my opinion, it was actually worth it. Okay, day 7, and it's Poland's turn. He's going for this capture, sends an infantry down. Going for the airport. I haven't gone for mine yet. I'll probably be doing that next turn. Tank's coming down here. So with the tank coming down here, this top area above his HQ is vulnerable at the minute. But these bits around the HQ, like the shoal area and the city, they can get easily overrun with infantry. Poland's just going all tanks. So he's got 4 tanks. I've got 2 at the minute. Now, can I get the comm tower? Okay, I go in for the infantry attack. Take out that one. So I basically took out 2 infantry. And all he's done is 3 HP damage on mine. So I've got a good trade, but he can go in for the tank attack. I think I did this attack because I really wanted to force Poland to start attacking down here, because this is my strong side, and also it leaves him vulnerable at the top. Obviously, me going down here attacking his infantry on the bottom left means I haven't captured this city from Poland yet, whereas he is actually capturing mine. So he's probably going to be up in economy soon. I built 2 artillery that turn. And that trade wasn't too good. You know, only did 4 damage, I did 3 back, so it's not a bad trade for me actually. Go for the cap. Go in for the kill. Take out the tank. Take out the infantry. I could have retreated this tank, but it wouldn't have actually reached the city. So he might go in and kill that tank next turn. Doesn't look like I'm going to get the comm tower at this rate. See, this is a good thing about artillery on this map. You can place them here, you can defend your building, you can place them on this side and attack, base lock them. But you can see I'm kind of hemmed in here where my HQ is, whereas at the minute Poland's a bit more free to move. Okay, takes out that tank. Builds a copter. Huge amount of infantry pushing this comm tower. It's got 3 tanks down here. So in terms of unit count, army value and cities, we are quite balanced at the minute. So my artillery being placed there, if he does go in with the 2 tanks, I mean potentially he could go in with this tank here at the bottom left, go in, attack the infantry, use this infantry to take out that, attack the artillery, send in the copter and a tank, and I haven't really got huge force to counter it. I attack his infantry, there's nothing to defend that, stop him from capturing my city. I've got 22,000, Poland's got 18,000, so actually I am winning in terms of cities. Okay, so he takes the bait. I placed that on there on purpose. I knew he would potentially attack that, but it just means I get a tank, first tank hit. Is it worth it though? Because I did receive, you know, quite a lot of damage on the artillery. So this is live league, so this will be 30 days. So let's skip forward a little bit. Move my artillery back, go in with the tank attack. Okay, base lock. This is what I was talking about earlier. This map is perfect for that. I go in a defensive position over here. I kind of ball up over here on my weak side. Poland's turn, let's see what he does. So he goes in for the cap again on this city. He retreats a little bit with the infantry. Okay, he's moving his forces over here now. He's really pressuring my weak side. And he's kind of made me waste money on the anti-air over here, which I might actually not need over there anymore, which is the power of copters. You can force your enemy to build anti-air. So this force over here from Poland's looking quite scary. Okay, so I go in with that. Let's watch that again. So I go in with the. Let's go back. Go in with the beat down. This grants me extra artillery range. So why would I do that? Because I'm already in range of that. I mean, do I need it? Well, looking back, I'm not really sure why I used that. Okay, I think it was just for this. The reason why is because I can take out that tank. Now I can go in for the capture. If he uses his artillery, he's going to base lock himself. So he can't really use the artillery. I mean, he could, but he can base lock himself. He's got 3 tanks and a copter and a copter. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this copter here doesn't reach. So I thought it was worth the risk. This just allows me to have less pressure on this comm tower now. By pressuring up here. Again, I'm balling up on the weak side, ready for some attacks. Po1and uses a side slip. Okay, he does decide to base lock himself to attack my artillery. Goes in with the cap. Interrupts my comm tower. Okay, uses 2 tanks to take out an infantry. Building more copters. Po1and loves building copters. I mean, Adder is good with copters. Get that 1+ movement. So my turn rolls in. I'm going to take out the infantry, take out that one. So more free infantry attacks for me. That's the good thing about attacking this weak side. You can just quickly front shift your units, and it's hard for Po1and to move units here and then down there. Whereas Po1and's not really doing that with me. He's kind of just focusing them all on this bit. If he'd moved some up here, perhaps it would have been more effective. So I'm doing my best to hold this wall here. Uses another side slip. Goes in. I'm praying this tank survives. It doesn't survive. It breaks through. Now he can chip away at my wall. This is looking scary now. Just a huge army of infantry. He's capturing these. I'm not really advancing at the same rate he is, so I am getting ready to capture this, but he's ahead now. Do some damage on that artillery. Move another one in, so he can choose to attack this 5 HP one and take it out, but I will take out his artillery in return. Just using infantry as walls to block this area. Okay, I managed to get that city back. This city is really important because it gives me great defense. It heals my tank. It's like it's the main way in for Po1and. These 2 tiles here, if you can see my mouse, they're really important that I hold that. So at the end of my turn, let's have a look. Po1and's up ahead 2 cities. I've got way more unit count. I've got 7 more units, and I've got 126,000 to his 104,000. So he does decide to take out my 5 HP, which means I can take out his artillery now. My 2 copters up here, there's no anti-air to deal with them, so I can just actually attack them next turn if I want. Still not managing to break through this wall, but there's a huge force here. It's kind of getting worrying now. So I think what I'm thinking now is to start front shifting some of these units on my strong side over here. Let's see if I do that next turn. Okay, so he builds another artillery. So if I fire on this 7 HP one, Po1and can attack my artillery, but he'll have to base lock himself again. So in my opinion, that's actually good for me. On your strong side, you can afford to make a few more sacrifices. Not so much on the weak side. Take out all the infantry up there, move some of my units back to heal. Take out a copter. I've taken out pretty much all of his tanks now, so all he's relying on is like copters and anti-air. Okay, you can see that I'm front shifting a little bit. My units over to my weak side. I built a medium tank. Again, front shifting at the top. I've blocked this area here so the medium tank can't go up and use his power to attack my tank, but he might do that if he gets a copter and takes out this infantry, this 9 health. Side slip, another one. Okay, so he base locks himself. That's twice now he's base locked himself, which means he's going to be down on unit count. Okay, so he does what I thought he might, take out that. Uses the copter to attack there. My power meter is fully charged, so expect block rock in the next turn. Okay, sacrifices a tank, nearly takes out my tank. Attacks me on the HQ. Okay, he's taken out a lot of units now. And at the end of that turn, we're nearly level on unit count. Poland's still ahead, 2 cities. Okay, send a 9 HP tank in. Block rock, you activate my superpower. Medium tank rolls around. Chip damage on that tank. Don't take it out. I probably could have sacrificed an infantry to weaken it even more. Okay, do take out the tank. Badly weaken that artillery. Infantry threatening these properties now. My anti-air goes down here, so I can threaten his base. This is not looking good for Poland up here now. All I need really is another artillery down here, and it will be perfect. Front shift my anti-air over here. Build another medium tank. He hasn't really got a lot that can deal with this force. I actually base skip, if you see there at the top left, I've only built 1 infantry. Poland goes in, takes out the tank. Builds a medium tank like I did. Artillery are coming in, so now he's actually base locked me. Okay, so this is at the end of that turn we're equal on unit count. We've got similar unit values, but he's still got 2 more bases than me, so it's quite equal. Okay, so I go in for the HQ capture. I take 5 HP off his medium tank. We're going in for 2 caps, so that means he has to use 2 of his units to attack these. Go for the capturing infantry. So I've gone in for 3 caps over here, so he's going to have to use 3 units to interrupt. 4 caps, and he's only got 5 units here, so that means some of my vehicles are not going to get hit this turn. Okay, so he takes off 4 damage. Another side slip, so he's going to interrupt that one, he's going to interrupt that, goes for the artillery. So he used all his units pretty much to interrupt. Now he's starting to capture mine. I take out that copter. I'm pretty much front shifted my units, some of my units over here now to my weak side. I'm really just trying to take out his attack. But yeah, my wall over here on the strong side's just like falling apart pretty much. So he's really fighting back on his weak side. So I've got 3 medium tanks over there. I'm just using these weak infantry just to block up this bit. Okay, so we're finally equal on the amount of cities we have. And Poland's unit count is very low, I've just noticed. I've got double his unit count, but I mean that's going to change at the end of his turn. Builds a Neo tank, okay. That's quite a force to be reckoned with. Medium tanks are okay against Neo tanks, but they're not amazing. Wall up, 3 medium tanks over here, artillery. I've sealed up the bottlenecks here. Again, base skip. Well, it's not really a base skip. If you're building a copter and you're missing 1 base, it's not really a base skip so much. Another side slip. It's like nearly 1 every turn now, isn't it? Okay, he's going to capture that. He actually retreats with his Neo tank over here. I was quite surprised at this. I thought he might like front shift down here. I'm starting to front shift my medium tanks over to his weak side. Whilst defending these chokeholds. Okay, Poland's going in for an offensive attack on my strong side. I mean, I call it strong and weak side. At the minute, this is more my strong side because I've got way more unit value over here. And it looks like Poland's starting to front shift his units down the bottom. So I'm just using my infantry as like meat shields basically. I'm starting to front shift most of my army to the left, over to his weak side. Neo tank is built, so this force is looking very scary now against Poland. But he is going for a comm tower capture, and I'm not going to be able to interrupt that. And he is front shifting as well over here. It's day 22. We've got 7 more. Day 23 now. 7 more days. I don't pop my super because a lot of my units are out of range. Although looking back, actually, yeah, this Neo tank was out of range. Some of the medium tanks could have gone in, but these two here probably wouldn't have done a lot. So I decided to save it. Going in for this capture, which will even out the amount of cities we both have. Unfortunately, the comm tower is going to be here, so I will need to recapture that if I want to at least get a draw or a win. My weak side's not being pressured so much anymore. He's just leaving like a skeleton crew over there. And he is still front shifting his army, so a huge amount of unit value here. 22,000, 22,000, we've got 4 medium tanks. We're looking at like at least 100,000 worth of units over here. But look at my army, and I've got a block rock ready to be popped. So I pop it. Let's see how this goes. So this is a huge turn. Go in for the cap, block it with the artillery. I mean, he can attack with the tank and probably interrupt with the infantry. Okay, with my increased range, I take out a medium tank and damage that one. I take out the copter. Block there with the infantry, take out the copter. Chipping away at his wall. Okay, I'm going to be able to now base lock him. Will the Neo tank roll in? Do a great roll on that medium tank. Weaken this one. Going for the cap. I think that's going to be mine, unless he finds a way to break through. Try and kill this medium tank, but nope, wasn't happening. Okay, 3 infantry it took to take out a 1 HP medium tank. So, look at that. At the end of this turn, let's pause for a minute. I've got 184,000 unit value. Poland's got 117,000. I've got 10 more units. But he does have double comm tower. So can Poland do a Uno reverse card and take me out? Goes in, takes out the artillery to avoid my mech. Interrupts that. Doesn't actually take out the medium tank. It's got that 3 defense on the city. Okay, looks like he's going to be able to take out my anti-air. It doesn't actually go for it. Okay. So the bomber is safe for now. So the bomber has already killed a medium tank, so it's getting its money's worth. Move a small force up here to try and capture this city. What do I do here? Can't really attack that Neo tank. Well, I could actually with my Neo tank and medium tank. Let's see if I actually do that. Don't decide to do that. Okay, I'm not sure about this move. Maybe that was a mistake. Okay. So I've left these units vulnerable over here. So I think that was a mistake actually. I should have kept my army together. But this is still very close. But now Poland is ahead in army value. We're equal on unit count and cities. Send my bomber over here. I'm not sure why I didn't... Hang on, why didn't I target that? Why on earth didn't I target that? Okay, I think I'm just really desperate for this. I'm really desperate for this city. I need one more turn to capture that. So I'm pretty much sacrificing my units there to get that. Artillery getting up to their usual tricks, firing over the pipe. Build a fighter. Okay, fighter's pretty good. Oh, I actually forgot to move these 2 medium tanks, which was a huge mistake. I mean, this is live league, so mistakes are going to be made. But that was a pretty big one. I think we had like 20, 30 viewers at this point, so I was like really getting nervous playing this. I really wanted the win. Takes out my bomber. I mean, I'm forgetting here he's got double comm tower, so I didn't think he's going to take out that bomber in one hit, but he did. So you can see on these on day 25, day 26, I'm making some big errors. The whole game I was playing well, and things are just falling apart now. He's broken through. Is there still a chance? Day 27. It's not looking good, is it? Can I get this? I think I can get this. Yeah, I can get the comm tower. Or not. He's recapturing this city. He's defending the base. Yeah, this is looking like a GG, isn't it? Okay, I use a superpower, but don't actually use it to its full use, so that was kind of a waste. Day 28, Poland's ahead. 2 cities and a comm tower. Day 29, I'm just trying to salvage something out of this. Let's see the final result. On day 30, Poland is going in for the final turn. And Poland wins. So at the end of that, he had 22 cities, I had 22. But he did have one more comm tower. So if I hadn't lost that comm tower and we ended on day 30, would have been a draw. So I was absolutely gutted about that, because it's happened so many times when I play Poland on the live league that I've got so close to winning, or at least having a draw, and then the final few turns I just make 1 or 2 mistakes. And when you're playing against a pro player, as soon as you make a mistake, they're going to capitalize on it, and you just can't afford to make mistakes against pros. But you could see on that one turn, I think it was like I can't remember which turn it was, but I was up ahead like 80,000 unit value. But due to a few blunders, you know, it was GG. So yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this. There's going to be more content coming, more games against pro players, more live league, more high funds. So if you want to see more of this content, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.